Hey everyone, I'm Brandon and this is One-Legged Aviation. So today we came to the hangar, we decided to unbox the tail kit, and while we were here, started hailing out of nowhere, raining out of nowhere, so I'm pretty soaked right now. Where the hell did this come from? But I wanted to go ahead and continue and get this unboxed. Oh. That's one way to do it. All right, so now we got the top off, got a lot of the packing paper out. So now we got to inventory everything. So this is probably one of the most important parts. So Zenith gives you a parts list. So once you start taking things out of the box, you want to inventory it to make sure you're not missing anything. And if you're missing anything, you got to hurry up and let Zenith know so they can get that part for you. So and this is probably the most important part, I think. So 20 years of military aviation, whenever I worked on a helicopter or whatnot, very important to do parts inventory. So you take the parts out, inventory it, and it makes things a whole lot easier, especially once I go through the build process here. I want to know where all the parts are, what part is which, and I'll put them neatly on the shelves over there. So that way when I get to building, I say, all right, I want part, elevator, rear skin. I easily know where it's at. So we'll spend the next, hopefully not too long, inventorying everything and make sure we got everything. So we'll pull apart and just cross it off the list as we do it. Like I'm guessing this one of these might be the toolkit here. Okay. Yeah. So I really wanted to build this aircraft for a few reasons. One, I love aviation. I've been wanting to fly ever since I was a kid. I think I've said in previous videos, my dad is a pilot, brother's a pilot. Spent 20 years in the Army working on helicopters and unmanned aerial vehicles. So with my leg, I've been really trying to find an airplane I can fly. Something with a handbrake. So I've been looking at a lot of the older Pipers, Cherokees, and some other aircraft that have a handbrake set up. But then I got to looking at Zenith, and I called Zenith factory and said, hey, can I set up a handbrake on this system? They're like, absolutely. So I was like, you know what? Why not build my own airplane? Now I can spend my time working on it. I don't have to rush. Do a little, as much as my time kind of permits. So I can build a tail kit and take my time doing it. And that's kind of one of the reasons that attracted me to Zenith. So let's see what we have here. All right. Oh boy. So we got 5-wire electrical cable. I'm guessing this is going to go to maybe a trim tab. Super Duty tail hardware. We got some rivets, some nuts, bolts, some bushings. All right. It's not getting overwhelming at all. So I think things like this. So we got the Super Duty elevator rear ribs. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're actually put together pretty nicely. So these are kind of the things I guess I'm gonna check off and put neatly on the shelf over there. So I'm not quite sure where I want to kind of arrange things, but I guess I'm gonna just keep unpacking and see where it goes from here. So, and I guess just so you guys get a little closer up to see what I'm talking about. I don't know how well you can see this here, but here's the sheet. And you see where they packed it at the Zenith factory. And I'm just going to go through them and I'll put it next here and just make sure I got everything. Don't lose where stuff's at.
Well, what if we labeled a section of our...
So this is the elevator, so maybe an elevator section?
Yeah, so we should have an elevator section, and then a stabilizer section, the horizontal tail section, the rudder.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and click it.
Yeah. There's a pencil right there. You can use a marker. Just go right there, I guess. All right. So, and what I'm really hoping to do with this channel as well is, or through this build, is have some people that have helped me along the way, friends, mentors, fellow soldiers, come help me with the build and tell their stories as how they got into aviation or just why they served. You know, so I really want to be able to tell a story with this channel as I'm telling my story of building this aircraft. So, works out both ways. I get to tell my story, their story, and I get free help building this airplane. Win, win, win. This is my wife, Sarah. She's here helping me. She's keeping me straight. Check it out. That's the all-in-one toolkit. Comes with the air rivet gun and the Pan American drill. Continuing on, halfway there, still going. The big box is almost empty. There's tons of tiny parts, a lot more than I thought there would be. But we're getting there. I started the Trump dance. He got that from me. Elevator. Just be careful on this one. It says no grab on this side. You can grab from that side. All right, everyone, we're finally done inventory. That took a little longer than I thought. Real quick, I got my TV set up here with my favorite show, Bob's Burgers. So I really wanted to get the TV in here on a rolling TV stand. So I can pull up the Zenith website, I can pull up the plans, and I can zoom in, zoom out, and make everything easier. Everything's digital. So, win-win. I can watch my favorite TV show, Bob's Burgers, or some football, and I can also look at the Zenith plans. So over here, my awesome wife, she helped me organize everything. So I got all the part numbers labeled on each part, then I got all the part numbers on each layer of shelving. So that way it's easy to recognize. I can look for the part on the plans, and I come here, all right, SD75R1-1, and it's going to be right here. I'm all about making things simple. When I go through the build plans, I don't want to be rushing through, looking through a bunch of parts and everything. So I think this is probably the easiest part right here, get everything organized. And my awesome wife came up with that, so really glad she was able to help me on that. Even though sometimes I might be stubborn and not want her help, but in the end, she's going to make it better for me. So we got the elevator parts, more elevator parts. We got the horizontal stabilizer, more stabilizer. We got the rotor nose skins up here. And then, most importantly, I couldn't get this to fit on a shelf or anything, so we got the horizontal stabilizer skin up here. So that's pretty big. Just figured tie it up there for now, and then once I get to it, that will come after I do the rudder. Then over here we got some tools that came with the kit. We got Clecos, I got a digital caliper, deburring tool, just a random toolbox, tools and files, some tin snips, straight, left and right, Pan American hand drill. Pretty excited about that one. That's pretty cool. And then some more Clecos, air rivet gun, Cleco pliers. So some pretty cool stuff. So Zenith sells this complete toolkit and pretty much everything that you need to build this aircraft. I might need a couple things here and there, but pretty much I think I'm set up. So I got to travel this week for work. I should be back sometime later in the week, but once I get back, I'm going to start the build, start the rudder. So stay tuned for the next episode. Like and subscribe to One Legged Aviation, and I'll see you guys next time.